So Nia Long's fiance just committed a major crime and cheated on her publicly, and now everybody got their noses in Nia's business. Well, she's not having it, and she is determined to embarrass her ex right back for trying to mess her up in public. When I tell y'all this is pure chaos, you gotta believe it, cause mans did Nia dirty. Now, one thing about some of these men is that these men will embarrass you. Nia Long knows this the hard way because she has got cheated on. Now, before we even get into it, who on earth cheats on a woman like Nia? Like, have y'all seen how fine she is? Listen, some men are gonna go through filth and try to drag you right along with them. But anyways, let's get to the tea of it. She has been with her man Ime Udoka, who is the head coach of the NBA team Boston Celtics since 2010, and they have been engaged since 2015. This means that she has been putting on this engagement ring for 7 years now, and they never got married. While it's totally fine to have a long engagement, 7 years might be pushing it a little too much, and it might have been the first major red flag that this man was probably not the best option. But hey, to each their own, I guess. Now, they have a son together, and he's 10 or 11 years old now, and we thought that things were going on fine between them until the bomb was dropped that Ime was under investigation for an inappropriate relationship that he had with a member of the Boston Celtics staff, allegedly. Now, they didn't exactly come out and say that he did the nasty with the member of staff, but come on, we all understand what they were trying to say, don't we? And of course, Ime got dragged for filth for cheating on Nia, but we're gonna get to that part later. The team released a statement on social media saying that Ime had been put on suspension for the 2022 through 2023 season, saying, "The Boston Celtics team announced today that the team has suspended head coach Ime Udoka for 2022 to 2023 season for violations of team politics. A decision about his future with the Celtics beyond this season may be made at a later date. The suspension takes effect immediately." Now, when they said that he was being investigated, I'm not gonna lie, I found it kind of weird. I mean, I get that many organizations frown on intimate relationships between coworkers, but for the Boston Celtics to publicly announce that he was being investigated made the whole thing kind of sound sus, and I was wondering if there was more to the story than we were being told, and baby, I was right. Now, at the start, Ime claimed that the relationship between him and the anonymous woman was consensual. Now, if this were true, he might have been able to get through it with just a strict warning, especially since he is probably one of the most successful head coaches that the Boston Celtics has seen in a while, because he did lead them to the finals. But no, the woman basically called him a big fat liar and claimed that their interactions weren't always consensual because he often made unwanted comments towards her. Now, this is a new spin on things, and that's exactly what earned Ime the investigation and suspension, and not the fact that he was hooking up with a staff member. Interestingly enough, those sources claim that the club execs knew about the affair since July, but they believed that it was consensual because that's what he told them. But then the woman came forward and they were forced to launch an investigation against him. Considering the allegations made against him, it totally makes sense that he was suspended for an entire year, because some people were talking about how the punishment was extreme for some dilly-dallying on the side. Sure, he broke club rules, cheated on his wife and all that, but at the same time, he is one of the best head coaches that they've seen in a while. So I really do believe that suspending him was the only choice they had at that point. It was either that or they risked getting dragged and canceled on social media for protecting a harasser. A source hopped on Twitter to explain the drama and said, "Ime Udoka had relationships with not one but 2 staff members. One deleted all social media accounts, the other has turned off comments on IG, both married. One was actually married to a senior vice president in Celtics organization who wanted 1-year suspension. Celtics told him to stop on at least one occasion, and Ime Udoka did not take the organization's advice." This is starting to make a lot more sense, because if he was really messing with the wife of a higher up, then there's no way that he could have gotten out of this in one piece. Add that to the harassment allegations that were levied against him, and it makes a whole lot of sense that the Boston Celtics had no choice but to show him the door for an entire year. But off topic, I needed to go ahead and check in on Tristan Thompson, because it turns out that he used to play for the Boston Celtics. So there must be something in the water down there in Boston that makes it impossible for them to keep it in their pants. I mean, dang. But anywho, back to the serious topic. It is unclear whether the woman who accused Ime of harassment is part of the 2 women that the source was talking about. But I think that that's the case here, because the Celtics have kept her identity super secret to protect her from the public, because you guys know that some some weird people are gonna come for her, even though she was the one who was apparently harassed. But then y'all know that the internet has a way of finding things out, and they have managed to track the woman down. Sure, they didn't get her name or anything like that, but they managed to narrow down the search significantly. And yes, it gets worse from here. According to TMZ, the woman that Ime had the affair with is the team travel planner, which means that she was responsible for booking travel for the team, including flights and airport protocol and all that stuff. But then she was also responsible for booking travel for Nia whenever she wanted to go to Boston to meet her man while he was working, or to attend a game in Boston, or wherever the team was playing. So this means that Nia knows the woman and has met her likely a couple of times. According to a source in the know, while the team execs are keeping the woman anonymous, they did do Nia a solid and let her know who she was. And it's not like she is riding in the dark. But if you think that you've heard the worst of it, you definitely have not, because it even gets worse and crazier from here. TMZ also exposed Ime for keeping the truth of the affair secret from Nia and not telling her until just before it was about to hit the news. What this means is that not only did Ime cheat on Nia, but he also lied to her as well and kept up with the lies until he knew that he was about to get exposed to the world. As I said earlier, the investigations against him were launched early July, so that means he had about 2.5 months to tell Nia, but he just didn't. He kept it to himself for 2 whole months, and the only reason he told her was probably because he figured that she would be more pissed if she found out online. Also, Nia moved her life and son down there to Boston to be with Ime because she wanted to grow roots where his work was and stop doing the long distance thing. So she made a huge sacrifice for him, and he didn't think that it was right for him to say something to her. So according to reports, she finally moved to Boston 2 weeks before Ime was exposed, and they were in the process of house hunting so that she could get settled in with her family. So this man was going house hunting with her, letting her move across the country when he knew that he was going to shatter her heart? Nah, that's just a whole different level of messed up. But as expected, Ime has been dragged all over the internet, with this person saying, Celtics coach Ime Udoka had an improper, intimate, and consensual relationship with a female member of the team staff. It's been deemed a violation of the franchise's code of conduct. How dare this man cheat on everybody's favorite dream girl? Nia, you deserve better, baby girl. And someone else said, imagine this being the woman you are cheating on. Ime Udoka should be ashamed. How dare you cheat on Nia Long? Now, this person rightfully pointed out that Ime cheating had nothing to do with who Nia is as a woman, saying, men don't cheat because they find someone hotter. Adam Levine is married to a model. Ime Udoka is married to an actress. Men cheat because they want to, because they feel entitled to, because they have no respect for the woman they made vows to. And this is pure facts. Now, Ime has also issued a public statement saying, I want to apologize to our players, fans, and entire Celtics organization and my family for letting them down. I am sorry for putting the team in this difficult situation, and I accept the team's decision. Out of respect for everyone involved, I have no further comment. Oh, now he wants to show some respect for everybody involved? Boy, if you don't go back to the streets where you belong. Anyways, according to a source, Nia was blindsided by the news because she never saw it coming. It took her completely by surprise, and she has been struggling to come to terms with the fact that she has been betrayed so badly by someone that she trusts. The source also claimed that Nia was furious with Ime, and she cussed him out in every language known to man. She was super angry, and she did not hide her feelings at all and made it well known. But then she chose to do that in private and address this issue in a much more mature way online. She released a statement to TMZ saying, the outpouring of love and support from family, friends, and the community during this difficult time means so much to me. I ask that my privacy be respected as I process the recent events. Above all, I am a mother and will continue to focus on my children. So does this mean that she may be possibly considering working on her relationship with Ime instead of dumping him? We're gonna have to wait and find out, because we can trust her to do whatever is best for her and her kids. But in the meantime, y'all better check out this other video.